Welcome back. All right, so we got 4 games tonight in the NHL. Will we have 4 games in 2 days? Because that'll be fun, right? 4 game 7s. We'll see how many game 7s we end up with. That's the big guess. I'm wearing Tampa because, yeah, I won a game 7 in Toronto. Sure. So it is the staggered times again. So a couple days ago it was 2 at 4 o'clock my time, 2 at 7 o'clock, and this time we're not getting that. So 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 o'clock Pacific, we're getting the Carolina Hurricanes and against the Boston Bruins. Carolina's up 3 games to 2. And what's interesting is Carolina's won every game at home, Boston's won every game at home. So in theory, Boston wins tonight. We'll see how that works out. The games in Carolina: Game 1, 5-1 for Carolina. Game 2, 5-2 for Carolina. Game 5, 5-1 Carolina. So if this goes to 7, I'm going to go out on a limb and say Carolina gets 5 goals in Game 7. On the Boston side of it, Game 3 they win 4-2, I should say. Game 4 they won 5-2. So we'll see how it goes tonight. Can Boston win again at home? Are they going to hold serve? We heading back to Carolina for Game 7. We'll see. Then at 7:30 Eastern, 4:30 Pacific, the Toronto Maple Leafs in against the Tampa Bay Lightning. And I think a lot of people are going to expect Tampa Bay to bounce back. I've started to hear some talk about how Vasilevsky hasn't seemed like, playoff Vasilevsky yet. And yet, here we are. We're going into Game 6. So, the games in Toronto: Game 1, Toronto wins 5-0. Game 2, Tampa Bay wins 5-3. Game 5, the most recent one, of course, Toronto won 4-3, which is how Tampa Bay is on the brink. The games in Tampa: Toronto won Game 3, 5-2. Tampa Bay won Game 4, 7-3. So, we're in this interesting place where each even-numbered game has been won by Tampa Bay. They've not led in the series as of yet. So they need to win 2 in a row over Toronto, including a Game 7 in Toronto if they're going to move on and continue their defense of the Stanley Cup Championship. Going to be an interesting one. Then at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific, the St. Louis Blues at home against the Minnesota Wild. St. Louis can end this tonight, or Minnesota forces a Game 7 at home. And so how did things go in Minnesota? Well, actually, St. Louis went 2-1 in Minnesota. That's how the Wild are on the brink. St. Louis won Game 1, 4-0. They lost Game 2 by a score of 6-2. Game 5, they won 5-2. So again, that puts Minnesota on the brink. The games in St. Louis: Minnesota's proven they can win in St. Louis. They won Game 3, 5-1. Game 4, though, St. Louis won 5-2. So St. Louis with 2 wins in a row right now. Binnington not looking nervous. We'll see if they move on and get to play the Colorado Avalanche in the next round. It's not Carolina, it's Colorado. Then at 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific, LA with a chance to close out things against the Oilers, who will be without Darnell Nurse. And for the Oilers, yeah, that's going to get interesting, isn't it? We're going to see what kind of character they have, what they've learned, what experiences what they've taken away from their experiences over failures the last couple of years, right? So this is a big test for the Edmonton Oilers and their current makeup. Now, the Kings have won 2 out of 3 in Edmonton. That's how we get to this moment where they could technically win in Game 6 at home and eliminate the Oilers. LA won Game 1, 4-3. They got destroyed in Game 2, 6-0. Game 5, of course, they just won in overtime 5-4. The games in LA: Game 3, Edmonton won 8-2. LA then won Game 4, 4-0. So the one thing we've learned in this series is, yes, Edmonton over a 2-game period beat LA by a combined score of 14-2. But they haven't won the series, and right now they're actually behind in the series 3-2. They've got to find some of that 14-2 mojo they had going for them in games 2 and 3, and they need it now. So this is one of those nights where Connor McDavid can break through and maybe get a couple of points. Maybe Edmonton wins, or maybe the LA Kings shut him down. Philippe Danault's done a very good job this series, and so yeah, we'll see how things go tonight. Let me know your picks in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.